What is good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, put it on all so you can get notified of all our latest content on this channel. Excuse the police. But yeah, so we're going to get into this one. We had over the weekend several fights. Last night, Sunday night, we had Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz was kind of a last-minute replacement. I think he had about 5 weeks notice or 4 weeks notice for this fight against the one they called Tank, Gervonta Tank Davis. And yeah, this was a fight where going into it, I was because of my lack of knowledge of Isaac Cruz, I didn't know anything about him, never seen him box before, don't know what pedigree. You know, he was a guy that, well, he's a guy that, you know, no notable names I could really say on his resume. So I was backing Tank to stop him because I thought, it's just another sort of hand-picked opponent where, yeah, he might be half decent, but he don't really stand a valid chance. But I was completely wrong in this fight because Isaac Cruz put up a very credible, very good performance, and he made it very, very close. From round one, Cruz just, you know, you could see his intentions. He came in and came right after Tank at a, you know, very high guard, just tucked up nice and neat. You know, and he was just in. He was impressive with his feet, for me at least. He was able to sort of get right into range and right onto Tank's chest, onto Davis's chest, and you know, he just started winging away. He was quite impressive. I mean, as I say, from the first bell, he was able to get in on Tank and start landing some good shots, landing some good power shots. You know, he wasn't a guy that came in there to lay down or came in there to make up the numbers. No, this kid, this Isaac Cruz, he's young. He's only 22 or something like that, and you can tell he came to trying to bang Tank Davis out. And yeah, it was good. He started as he meant to go on. He had it was one of these fights where Tank done well. Tank was sort of on the back foot for most of this fight, trying to look for his signature uppercuts, like those left uppercuts that, you know, take people out, that took out Leo Santa Cruz, but obviously Santa Cruz, smaller guy. But yeah, he was looking for certain power shots and uppercuts. But while Tank was sort of boxing and on the outside, Cruz, for a lot of this first period of the fight, was getting his own way. He was going towards Tank, you know, using a bit of, not the best head movement, but he was using a decent bit of bobbing and weaving, and he was very quick to get to Tank. And yeah, he was able to work away and do very well in the opening rounds. The sort of mid rounds of this fight, sort of 5, 6, you know, these were a little bit closer. Tank was, you know, got more into it. He was able to land a few shots here and there, but it was very, very close. In the mid rounds of this fight, it was, you know, it was a close fight because unlike most of the opponents you see with Tank and that he faces, you know, they fold, they go away after a while. But Cruz was not only in there, but he was putting the pressure on Tank. He really stuck it on him, and it was going back and forth a fair bit, especially, you know, early, I would say especially sort of the mid rounds. It was kind of swinging to and fro. So, you know, both guys were having their success. Tank was landing good counters and, you know, using good boxing. He's got decent movement and counter punching, but yeah, there's at a lot of points in this fight, the heavier shots, I would say the sort of more powerful and significant shots were landing by Isaac Cruz. And, you know, sometimes you miss these things because the commentary, because it's Tank is the star and, you know, he's the main man and he's the one that everyone expects to win. Sometimes they're only highlighting what he's doing, and sometimes they're missing the good work that Isaac Cruz was doing. So yeah, it was one of these. It was close. I want to say it was close, sort of going into your championship rounds. But yeah, as we got there, I want to say Cruz began to sort of, again, after it was close to the mid-rounds, he began to sort of come into his own. And, you know, for me, I don't know, you could make a good argument for Cruz, you know, taking those 10th, 11th and 12th. You could make a very good argument for him taking them. I mean, I wasn't really scoring it round by round, but you saw those rounds. Cruz was doing very well. He was on right on the ascendancy. He still had his energy in the championship rounds, and he was still employing this good strategy of coming straight into Tank, darting in very quickly, and, you know, winging away, landing good to the body. I think he did hurt Davis sometimes to the body as well. So yeah, it was a fight of two halves where, you know, you had a great beginning by Cruz, mid-rounds pretty close between, so it was quite even-ish, I would say, going into the sort of championship rounds. And then that 10th, 11th and 12th, you could make an argument for Cruz winning them. But yeah, it was one of those fights where when the decision was read, I think Tank got it by 2 points on 2 of the cards, and then the other card I forget, I think it may have been by 4 points or something. So one of the cards was probably a bit too wide from what I recall, but I think the 115, 113, that was quite accurate. But I think, to be honest, in this fight, because of how well Isaac Cruz did and how well he fought, I mean, I think you could definitely say he deserved the win. But, you know, obviously he's not the star of the show, but you could say, well, if he didn't deserve the win, I think he at least deserved to get a draw out of this, because it was a good performance by him. Very, very good performance. He's the type of kid, he's going to come again. He's young, he's fresh, but I think he deserved at least a share, at least a draw in that fight. You know, you could see them, they were running around, they were convinced they won. I wasn't so convinced, because I know the politics, and I know that, you know, the home fighter a lot of the times gets the rub of the green. But I think, yeah, Cruz, definitely you could argue he did deserve to win this, but at least a draw might have been, fairer. But anyway, he didn't get the decision. Gervonta Tank Davis wins again. Tank Davis overall didn't look too great. It was okay, but didn't look too great. I think I've seen better performances from him. But yeah, we'll see what happens from here. Let me know what you thought of the fight. Even though I've kind of sided more with Cruz, I don't think it's a robbery. I think it was close, so it's not too bad of a decision, but you think could have gone the other way. But let me know what you think about the decision, what you thought of the fight. Do you agree? Do you think Tank won? You know, let me know what you think. And until next time, it's MKO Pugilism, over and out. Catch you on the next one.